the Laurie explanation about the vid that happened before. So in order to give a bit more perspective on the clip that's going viral of me yelling at Laurie, my biological mother, I decided to explain the history between me and her as well as the status of our relationship as of recently. After the birth of Elizabeth, my biological sister, Laurie had erratic behavior like bubble wrapping everything in her house to opening mail in a room that was sealed airtight with gloves, and she wouldn't even let me eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because she thought they were poisoned. So when I was around 7 is when I can remember Kevin, who is my biological father, but not who you all know love as my dad. And he was mistreating Laurie and he always favored and adored Elizabeth, my biological sister. God, those words are so sketchy. But which many people who were close to me and the people I used to consider my family can attest to. This ranged from physical abuse towards me and my mom to screaming in our faces that went on until I was 13. And Laurie finally made moves to divorce Kevin. And Laurie leaving Kevin was something that me and Elizabeth and Laurie had been hoping for and was supposed to be a new fresh start away from Kevin. And for a little while, it was kind of like that. The house was quiet and we were all a little bit freer, I like to think. After about a month or two, though, Laurie just started to act pretty much just like Kevin did towards me, and then worse. And she soon blatantly favored Elizabeth over me in every way. I don't mean just favorite child treatment. I mean no longer, I literally didn't get Christmas presents or birthday presents like Elizabeth did. Laurie and Kevin talked right in front of my face about who I would live with strictly over child support, which Laurie told me once it stopped, I would be kicked out. Laurie never spent this child support money on me at all, but would take her and Elizabeth out to eat and shop with it. She also stopped buying me food and clothes for since probably in 7th grade. She hasn't bought me food or clothes in 7th grade. And she even went out and took all the money in my bank account, which was around $5,000 before I was 18, so I had no savings at all. Laurie and Elizabeth, to this day, sit and yell names at me while I do nothing but play video games or do my homework in my room. Laurie has done things like come in my room and fart on my bed. I almost puked in my mouth. I almost puked in my mouth again. Oh my God, so disgusting. And while she was farting in my bed, she would laugh at me while doing that, while I've done nothing but sit on my computer and not even talk to her. And she started to yell at me for not doing something for Elizabeth that she didn't want to do herself, and even threatened not to buy me food if I didn't go get her something from downstairs, like a glass of water. She would want a glass of water or something, so she yelled at me because she's too lazy to do it, and if I didn't do that, then I'd get punished. There have been like 4 times Laurie has knowingly locked me out of the house at night, and I've slept in my car with no blankets during the winter time. And she's also called the cops on me for stuff like when I was 17 and I didn't do the dishes like she wanted me to, even though I was getting around to them later in the day. She just called the cops on me for that. And on my 17th birthday, she left me at the YMCA to walk 11 miles home in like an uphill area. Literally, she would lie to me and make empty promises to get me to do stuff for her, and she humiliates me in public and around the family, saying bad things whenever she can. And she also kept me under a rock as a kid. I literally wasn't allowed to have friends over. I was in a booster seat until I was 16 years old. A literal car seat. I couldn't drive until I was 19, and she threatens me with not getting me food if I didn't do all the chores in the house. I never deserved to be treated like this, and that's why you guys on stream see the relationship and how it is now. Laurie is the one who destroyed any chance of peace or a normal relationship, and she continues to do everything she can to keep it that way. All the while, I don't try to talk to Laurie or Elizabeth for any reason I don't have to. I go to school and get good grades, and I'm currently working towards my MBA degree. I've never once in my life drank or done a single drug, and there have been times that I tried to do everything Laurie asked me to do to keep her happy, but she made it clear long ago that nothing I did would keep her from treating me how she does. And she continues to harass me and lie to me and try to manipulate me. I pay for my own gas, I pay for my own food, and my own education, which she blatantly lied about paying for, even though she said if I got a good enough GPA, which I have kept since, and it's currently a 3.75, by the way, which is really good. So she lied about all that, and all I asked for is to be left alone while I finish my MBA, and which I'm finishing in 1 year instead of 3, by the way. So it's not like I'm mooching off her. I'm trying to get out of this house as soon as I can. I'm doing a 1-year program. That's insane. I'm only 21, and I'm done with my 4 years of college already, and I'm done with my and by the end of this year, I'll have my MBA done, which is really good. and sadly, like the only time Laurie ever kept her word was when she said I was gonna get kicked out as soon as she got her last child support check. So unfortunately, now that I've turned 21, Laurie doesn't get child support for me living with her anymore, which is why she recently gave me an eviction notice, which was set for 30 days from the day she gave it to me. She's doing this knowing I don't have enough savings or a job to support me while in school full time, and Laurie is not my mom. She never will be. She lost that right so long ago. But I will press on no matter what, and I will be successful no matter what Laurie or anyone says about me on the shit internet or in real life. I have never gave up for any day, and I never will. And by the way, follow my dad at Twitch. Son of a bitch! Dad, did you put that in there? You sketchy fuck! Anyways, right. That was the Laurie story, just so you know. And I'm going to turn my stream on so that vid's in there, and just so that was the Laurie story.